In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a series circuit. We're going to use fet.colorado.edu to help us with this. It's very nice because it's a virtual simulation, so we don't need to be in the classroom. We can use this wherever you're at, obviously, if you don't have the materials. So on the left side, you can see that we have the materials. We can click, drag, and drop these onto our screen over here. And on the right side, we do have options. In this activity, we're not going to use too many of these, though. So first things first, we know for a circuit, in current, we have to have a voltage source. If I click on it, I have options down here to change the voltage and also reverse the direction of the battery. For this activity, it's not necessarily a big deal for that. The other thing we need now is to close the circuit. So I'm going to drag wires over. You can stretch these out if you want. Again, not a big deal, but I do like to space it out if possible. Then I can play the connecting game. And usually I try to make rectangular shapes so it's really easy to see what's connected to what. It's not a necessity for the simulation, but in our actual lab with the batteries that we are given, I like to introduce a switch so that we don't leave the current running and drain the batteries faster than what they could do if we use a switch. So I'll throw that in there. It's open right now, so even when I complete the circuit, obviously we're going to have a gap and we won't have current flowing. But now here comes a big deal for a series circuit. We're going to have two resistors. You can either use an actual resistor or a light bulb because that acts as a resistor as well. I like the light bulbs because then you can see them light up and confirm that current is flowing. But the big idea with the series circuit is, if you notice how I'm connecting things, there's only been one path at all times. Series basically means back to back, so we want our light bulbs to come one after another. We never want to split up our path. So I will keep continuing this single path. And now I basically just want to close the circuit. So one more wire should do the trick. And I'll have a complete closed circuit, but again, since I introduced the switch, no current is flowing. But the biggest idea with it being a series circuit is that we only have one path. So if you want to know whether you're looking at a series circuit or not, take your finger, in this case the cursor, and just follow from one terminal of the battery to the other, assuming the switch is closed. And you should never have an option to split into multiple paths. It should stay on one path at all times, which you can see this one did. So this definitely is a series circuit. I can now click on my switch and that'll close it. So now I have current flowing through a series circuit because there is only one path. In this one I have two resistors, two light bulbs, but we could add more light bulbs, of course, in series, and that would still be considered a series circuit.